What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports with Jake. Hope we're all doing well. Starting with some MLB free agency news. Dom Smith goes to the Washington Nationals, 1 year, $2 million. For more top prospects with the Mets, who did not work out for the Mets. I've now spoken in the past. I'm not a fan of him. He was always a good guy, but it kind of annoying last year when he cried about not getting playing time, and then he got some playing time, and he went out and hit 200. So Washington's obviously shopping in the bargain bin, so they add him. 1 year deal worth $2 million. Could be worth up to $4 million. See if he gets a chance to play over there. Not too much out. Orioles make a small trade for Ryan O'Hearn for the Royals for cash considerations. They had sent Tyron Evans to Detroit the other day, so they basically get a new backup first baseman. Nothing much to see there. O'Hearn, 219 career hitter over 5 seasons in Kansas City. Rafael Devers avoids arbitration with the Boston Red Sox. He'll make $17.5 million this year. Still trying to work out a long-term deal. At this point, Boston's got to pick a side. They cannot lose him for nothing. You got nothing back in the trade for Mookie Betts. You lost Bogarts for nothing. He walks, and now you're in danger of losing Rafael Devers next year for nothing. You can't. You got to either give him a long-term extension that he deserved. You've had several years to work on. You haven't been able to get done, or you got to let him walk, or you cannot let him walk, or you gotta trade him. If they let him walk, Shane Bloom might be the most hated man in Massachusetts. He's got to figure out what to do with that guy. Brian Sabean joins the Yankees as an advisor to the general manager. Sabean was GM for the San Francisco Giants for a very long time, won 3 World Series. A couple years ago when the Mets were trying to find a GM and they had all that trouble, he was one of the guys that they looked at. He left the Giants organization. He stepped down a couple of years ago. He actually started with the Yankees as a scout, and then eventually I think he ran their player development. He's actually he's responsible for scouting, I think, and drafting Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, and Andy Pettitte. So he returns to the Yankees, where he started his career as a scout, and eventually I think worked in their player development department, and then he went to the Giants, and eventually was GM of the Giants for a long time. So Yankees add him to their front office. We got Jung-Hoo Lee's gonna be posted next year. He's another, I believe he plays in Japan. He's a star. He's a guy who's never hit below 324. He's got like a 342 career batting average. He's still just 24 years old. He'll be a next Japanese superstar. Look like he's gonna come to the States. Other than that, for when it comes to baseball, Carlos Correa thing, I'm hearing the Mets are probably going to finalize that sometime in the next week, but the deal's going to look drastically different than the 12-year, $350 million deal they originally agreed on December 21st. So be on the lookout for that deal to be finalized, Correa to the Mets, but the deal will look a little different. On to hockey. You got scores from last night. Panthers over the Coyotes, 5-3. Rangers over the Hurricanes, 5-3. Hurricanes' 11-game win streak is snapped. Big win for my Rangers. Senators over the Blue Jackets, 4-0. Blue Jackets have been awful this year. Worst team in the Eastern Conference. Blues over the Maple Leafs, 6-5 in a shootout. Sabres over the Capitals, 5-4 in overtime. You saw the Buffalo Sabres players had the tribute to Demar Hamlin, who of course plays in the same city that they did for the Buffalo Bills. Crazy. Tage Thompson scored. He had a hat trick, which of course was 3 goals, which was for his 30th goal of the season in 3-on-3 overtime. That was pretty crazy. Tage Thompson with a hat trick, and then the Sabres win that one. Predators over the Canadiens, 6-3. Winnipeg Jets over the Flames, 3-2. Lightning over the Blackhawks, 4-1. Kraken over the Oilers, 5-2. Kings over the Stars, 3-2, and Islanders over the Canucks, 6-2. College basketball, you have number 3 Kansas beat Texas Tech yesterday, 75-72. Kansas State with a big upset over number 6 Texas, 116-103. Wow, in college basketball, that's a ginormous scoring in regulation in college basketball. Number 7 Alabama over Ole Miss, 84-62. Number 8 Tennessee over Mississippi State, 87-53. Pittsburgh with an upset over number 11 Virginia, 68-65. Number 14, Wisconsin over Minnesota, 63-60. Fresno State with a bit of an upset over Number 21, New Mexico, 71-67. Some NBA action. You had the Bucks over the Wizards, 123-113. Giannis had 55 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. 55 for Giannis. The last month or so, these NBA players are putting up these monster numbers. You got Luka, who in the Mavericks 7-game win streak is averaging 41, 11, and 9, I think. 41, 11, and 10 or something. You got Donovan Mitchell, they put up 71, which is the most since Kobe had 81 in the game. I think might be the third highest scoring game ever. Behind, you had, of course, you had Wilt Chamberlain score 100. Then you had Kobe score 81, and then you had 71 from Donovan Mitchell, and of course, you had Devin Booker off years back. He had 70. That's nuts. And then you got Luka against the Knicks had a 60-point triple-double. He 60, 21, and 11 or something. 61, 21, first 60, 20, 10 game ever. LeBron the other day scored 43. You got guys dropping 40 and 50 left and right. Then Nikola Jokic has had several 40-point triple-doubles this year. You got guys who are just going off. So Giannis drops 55. It's crazy. Thunder over the Celtics, 150-117. Thunder dropped 150 on the Celtics without Shai. Josh Giddey had 25 points. And the Kings over the Jazz, 117-115. De'Aaron Fox, 37 points and sucked assists now. A big game for De'Aaron Fox. And now let's do my Week 18 picks. Last week of the regular season, Chiefs-Raiders. This game is on Saturday afternoon at 4:30. I'm taking the Chiefs. The Raiders are terrible. Chiefs should have much of a problem winning that game. Titans-Jaguars Saturday night on prime time for the AFC South. I'm taking Jacksonville. Jacksonville's red hot. They've won 6 of their last 8 games. They've had an incredible midseason turnaround. Titans have fallen apart. They've lost 6 in a row. They're depleted by injuries. They have their third-string quarterback, Josh Dobbs, starting that game. Should get Derrick Henry back, but I'm taking Jacksonville to win the AFC South. Bucks, Falcons. That game doesn't matter too much. Bucks are they're locked into the 4th seed. They clinched the South last week. Falcons are already out. I'll take Tampa. Bucks head coach Todd Bowles said not going to rest for starters. So Brady and all those guys are going to play. I'll take Tampa. Falcons defense is terrible. Dismurder has not looked good since replacing Marcus Mariota. Patriots, Bills. Big one. I'm taking the Bills. By the way, Demar Hamlin update. He is still in critical condition, but he is improving. The oxygen levels are improving. Doctors noticed a lot of improvement last night. We're all still praying with you, Demar. We're all still with you, Demar, and he is improving, which is a fantastic sign. I think Bills are definitely going to rally around him. Sean McDermott is going to make sure that he has his guys ready to go. They're going to rally around him, and I think you could see something special in the playoffs. I'll take the Bills in that one. Vikings, Bears. I'm taking the Vikings. Justin Fields is out with a hip injury, so his season's over. He would have a shot to pick Lamar Jackson's rushing record for a quarterback in a single season, so that's a shame. But Nathan Peterman's going to start. Nathan Peterman, the same dude who threw 5 picks in one half. He might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen. The Vikings should roll on that one. I wouldn't have picked, but even if Fields was healthy, Vikings definitely win that one. Texans, Colts is probably a toilet bowl. I'm going to take Indy. Texans were starting to really actually look like some sort of football team, but then they'll start 1-3 at Jacksonville. Colts also suck. They're starting Sam Ehlinger. But I'll take the Colts, which means the Texans, or if they lose, will clinch the number 1 pick in the draft. Jets, Dolphins is an interesting one. Jets, of course, are out. Dolphins, I think Teddy Bridgewater has a dislocated pinky on his throwing hand. It's not broken, though. It's just dislocated, which is still bad. But if it was broken, he would really have no shot of playing. But it's just dislocated. Now he might be able to play. This is the top one. I'm actually going to take Miami. I have no trust in my Jets. I'm really worried about Robert Saleh. I'm not sure if he's the right coach of this team after all. Miami's had an up and down year. They won 3 in a row, then lost 3 in a row. Then they won 5 in a row, and then lost 5 in a row. They've been very inconsistent this year. Even if it's with Skylar Thompson, I know he When got thrown in there just earlier, he struggled and he was okay. He was okay last week. Now with a full week of preparation, I think he'll be ready to go. He's got a lot of good weapons, just with a great defense, but Mike White and the company, the Jets offense is pitiful. So I'm gonna take Miami to win that game. And with New England losing, that would put Miami in the playoffs. Panthers Saints, another meaningless game. Both teams are out. I'll take New Orleans. They're playing better down the stretch here. You know, they've been running the football really, really well. I'll take New Orleans in that one. Browns, Steelers. Steelers gotta win. They want to shove getting into the playoffs and get some help. Based on my predictions, they won't get it, but you never know. I'll take Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett's playing better. He's been really clutch his last couple of games. The defense has been playing great. I think Mike Tomlin avoids winning a losing season after all, and the Steelers win that AFC North rivalry. 425, Giants, Eagles. Big one. I'm not sure if Jalen Hurts is going to play or not. Eagles need to win or Dallas lost to clinch the 1 seed. Giants, they're locked into the 6 seed. We haven't heard if they're going to rest their starters or not. I'm thinking they're not going to. Brian Daboll seems the kind of guy that would not do that. So I'm still going to take Philly. Destroyed the Giants a few weeks back. I think it'll be a little bit closer. Giants defense is definitely playing a lot better than they were at that time. You know, Jalen Hurts could be rusty. You might not play at all. Eagles are a little nicked up, but I'll take Philly. And I do think they get the job done. They clinch the 1 seed. Cowboys Commander, I'm taking Dallas. Sam Howell's going to make his first career start role for Washington just because they're out. Carson Wentz is washed. He's going to be cut this offseason, and there's no point really starting Heineke. Now they drafted him in the 5th round this year, so they're going to give him a look. You know, he's facing a tough defense in Dallas. I'll take the Cowboys to take care of business. Chargers Broncos. I'll take the Chargers. They're playing really well right now. They're in the playoffs. If they win, the Ravens lose, they'll get the 5 seed instead of a 6 seed. So this game is big for the Chargers. Broncos are a complete mess. I'll take the Chargers. Now Joey Bosa back. Rams Seahawks. 425. I'll take Seattle. I think they do a lot of things that they did against the Jets last week. They're going to run the football with Kenneth Walker and company. The Rams are terrible. They'll be able to get pressure on Baker Mayfield. Their front seven isn't great, but the offensive line is terrible. I think the Rams. Between the Seahawks, I think the Seahawks win that one. You got 49ers, Cardinals. 49ers should roll in that one. Brock Purdy's the 5th quarterback ever to win his first 4 starts. He got the highest QBR in the league since he took over the starting role from the Niners. Might get Deebo Samuel back. That team is loaded. Niners win. Cardinals are horrible. Might have their 4th string quarterback in there. They got no O-line. DeAndre Hopkins might not play. Defense sucks. I'll take the Niners. Sunday Night Football. We got Lions, Packers. Packers winning, they're in. Lions win, they win a Seattle loss, and Seattle needs a win, and Packers loss, of course. I think this will be a great game, but I'm going to take Green Bay. Their defense has really stepped up. Aaron Rodgers has been getting the job done. They've won 4 in a row. I think Green Bay, they got at the right time and they get into the playoffs. And we don't know about the time yet, but Ravens-Bengals is expected to be played, as is Bills-Pats. For the Ravens-Bengals game, I'm taking the Bengals. Zach Taylor seems like a great leader. He actually went and visited Demar Hamlin right after the game, so he's kudos to him. He's a great man. I think he's gonna rally his troops, get them together, and the Bengals will take care of business. The Ravens secondary is not good. Joe Burrow, I think, goes off. Not sure if Lamar Jackson's gonna play. If he does, he hasn't practiced in a month. I'll take the Bengals to win the North in that one. Only other news that I really have is that Panthers owner Dave Tepper has talked to Jim Harbaugh about the head coach opening. You know, the interim coach Steve Wilkes it will be considered. And I think I've been saying they should probably keep him as the full-time coach. They get Jim Harbaugh though is a really good coach, so those should probably be your top 2 candidates. Either keep Wilkes or go and get Harbaugh. It was not a full interview, but they just had a conversation about him possibly being interested. For Jim Harbaugh, the rumor is Jim Harbaugh will leave Michigan if he gets offered an NFL job. Other than that, by the way, Sasha Banks showed up at NJPW, which is New Japan Professional Wrestling. So Sasha Banks will not be wrestling in Japan. Of course, she said thank you to WWE on Twitter right before she did that. So kind of hinting that she was done with WWE. So Sasha Banks is now wrestling in Japan. Right, that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, so long. Have a great day.